Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm your host Biscuits and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be counting down my picks for the top 10 hypercars in GTA Online. So technically there is not a hypercar class, however there are a handful of supercars in this game that are actually based on hypercars in real life. So every vehicle on this list is based on a hypercar in real life. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with vehicle number 10 on our list, the Overflood Entity XF. The Entity XF is based on a Koenigsegg CCX. The Entity XF is an OG vehicle. This car has been in the game since its release back in 2013. And this was my very first supercar that I ever owned in GTA Online. The Entity XF is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 122 miles per hour. Now, unfortunately, the Entity XF has engine resistance, and essentially what that is Rockstar made this vehicle purposely shift later than it should. And also something to note, the customization is kind of limited on this car. Next up, in the number 9 spot, we have the Overflood Entity XXR. This vehicle is based on a Koenigsegg Agera RS. The Entity XXR is rear-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 127 miles per hour. Just like the Entity XF that we just saw, the Entity XXR also suffers from engine resistance, so it shifts later than it should. Up next, in the number 8 spot, we have the Truffade Adder. The Adder is another OG vehicle. This vehicle has been in the game since its release back in 2013. And the Adder is based on a Bugatti Veyron in real life. The Adder is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 126 miles per hour. Now, unfortunately, the Adder has very limited customization. It's literally like paint, wheels, and tint, and that is it. So, coming in next, in the number 7 spot, we have the Grati Vizion. The Grati Vizion is based on a Ferrari Zesri Competizione concept. Now, the styling on the Vizion is absolutely wild, especially this rear end. Like, look at that crazy diffuser, and like even like the tail lights and the reverse lights. An absolutely wild hypercar. The Vizion is rear-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 120 miles per hour. Coming in next, in the number 6 spot, we have the Truffade Thrax. The Thrax is based on a Bugatti Divo. The Truffade Thrax is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 123 miles per hour. The Thrax surprisingly has quite good handling due to its all-wheel drive, and it is honestly not a bad supercar to use for races. Up next in the number 5 spot is the Principe Deveste 8. This vehicle is based on the Devil 16 in real life. This vehicle does have a very controversial look to it. Some people hate it, some people love it. I personally think it's just okay looking. However, why I included it on this list is because the performance. The Deveste is rear-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 131 miles per hour. However, this vehicle also offers an HSW upgrade, and with the HSW upgrade equipped, it bumps this vehicle's top speed all the way up to 151 miles per hour. The Deveste 8 is actually a very good car to use for racing against dirty players. So for example, if you're going up against people who just purposely try to race dirty and they spin you out like this vehicle is extremely difficult to spin out. And I think that's due just because of how long it is. So if you are tired of just being spun out by other players racing dirty, then I would look into picking up the Deveste 8. Coming in the number 4 spot, we have the Ocelot Virtue. The Virtue is based on a Lotus Evija, which is a 2,000 horsepower all-electric hypercar in real life. The Ocelot Virtue can be acquired for free by simply completing the first and last dose Jax missions. And this vehicle also offers Imani tech and armor. So as you can see in the side of the vehicle, we have armor on this thing. It can take up to 12 RPGs or sticky bombs before blowing up. And you can also install a missile lock-on jammer or a remote control unit. Now, the Virtue is all-electric in GTA Online, giving it amazing acceleration. The Virtue is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 119 miles per hour. Coming in next in the number 3 spot, we have the Truffade Nero Custom. The Nero Custom is based on a Bugatti Chiron Vision GT. Now, in order to obtain the Nero Custom, you will first need to purchase the Truffade Nero from the Benny's website, and then from there you will take the Nero into Benny's and convert it into the Nero Custom for a price of $605,000. Out of all the Bugatti vehicles in the game, this one is hands down my favorite. I just think the Nero Custom looks the best. The Nero Custom is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 127 miles per hour. Up next in the number 2 spot, we have the Progen T20. This vehicle is based on a McLaren P1. Now, one of my favorite things about the T20 is the active spoiler. As you can see, once you get going, it raises up, and it has an air brake. How cool is that? When you slam on the brakes, the spoiler will flip forward to help slow you down. The Progen T20 is all-wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 122 miles per hour. And coming in the number 1 spot, my favorite hypercar in GTA Online is the Overflood Entity MT. The Entity MT is based on a Koenigsegg Jesko, and this vehicle is absolutely stunning. I love the massive rear spoiler, and I also love the way it is styled. It looks so cool. The Entity MT is rear wheel drive, and this vehicle has a top speed of 131 miles per hour. However, this vehicle does also offer an HSW upgrade, and with the addition of the HSW upgrade, it bumps this vehicle's top speed up all the way to 151 miles per hour. One thing to note about the Entity MT is this vehicle also suffers from engine resistance, exactly like the Entity XXR and the Entity XF. However, if you are on next gen like I am and you have the option to install the HSW upgrade, it fixes it. If you install the HSW upgrade, it completely removes the engine resistance and it makes this car drive like it should have from the factory. Alrighty guys, so there you have it, my picks for the top 10 hypercars in GTA Online. So did you agree with this list? Drop a comment down below as to what your favorite hypercar is. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. Thank you guys for watching. Please stay safe, and I will catch you all on the next video. Peace out.